It's 2023, and to put it best, Microsoft, they've had better years. Now, Microsoft as a whole, as a company, they're fine. But I'm more specifically talking about Xbox and how just Xbox just the last couple of weeks has really been shit in the bed. Like, unforgivably shit in the bed. So, to summarize some of these things, just because it does seem like there's a lot. The ABK deal got blocked. I made a video about that saying how I think that was actually a good thing because I don't have to hear about it anymore. And then it was revealed that Microsoft can't pursue Activision Blizzard for 10 years because there's a block for it. And then more information came out where that if the deal doesn't go through, Microsoft still has to pay Activision Blizzard, I believe, between the realms of 2 million, or sorry, not 2 million, 2 billion to $4 billion still. So literally they get nothing and they still have to pay Activision Blizzard for basically taking their time. And I thought about this, well, how's this going to play out for PlayStation? Well, simple. Activision Blizzard's gonna come to the table. They're gonna sit there and talk like, "Hey, we know we might have been trying to cheat on you if you're the new X, but all is forgiven. Sure, all is forgiven. But you're gonna put that shit on PlayStation Plus. You're gonna start giving us some benefits. You know that the Crash Bandicoot game, Crash Bash, whatever." You putting that on PlayStation Plus? Like, I don't know. I don't know if that's actually gonna happen, but I can imagine Activision Blizzard's kind of now in this awkward position where it's like the deal fell through. Microsoft's gonna try to fight it, but it's like most of the time when these kind of things happen, the deal doesn't change. The court or whatever doesn't just change their mind because Microsoft asks pretty please nicely enough. So, yeah. Then, of course, Redfall. Oh my god. Redfall. More like Red L. Just this game. I don't know who had any hope for this game. I mean this sincerely. But I even said, when that game was delayed, I remember it might not have been that long ago, where I was talking about the 30 FPS thing. Yeah, it wasn't that long ago, actually, now I'm thinking about it. And I said I am getting some real cyberpunk vibes from this. You know, there's like when something's, not exactly, right. Ding, 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 ding. I was right. Someone better pick up that fucking phone because I called it. Apparently, Redfall is having problems on PC. We're not talking like Jedi Fallen Order problems or even like Last of Us Part 1 problems. No, we're talking like the game full blown won't even start. The launcher won't start because there's some controversial program in it. It's just like, it's just L after L after L. And the game can't even stay at a stable 60 FPS on PC. On PC, with even like some of the high-end graphics cards out there, this game's still not staying at a fucking, stable 60 FPS. I've heard reviews say that the game dips from, anywhere from potentially lower than 30 at times to 30 frames to 40 to 50, but it can't get that 60. It can't lock in. And even on the consoles, it's still bad. There's just problems left and right with this game. I even saw I think the guy's name is Lucas Sims or whatever his name is. He did a video talking about this game. He was like, on the Series S, it doesn't look good. It's just like, here's the thing. I can understand a game being 30 frames per second. If we're talking like a game that looks like super high end, even like, I'm going to say this, this might be a little controversial, but even a game like Jedi Fallen Survivor, I don't know why I keep calling it Fallen Order. I apologize for that. That game looks good. That game looks real good. That game looks good. I can forgive that game being at 30 FPS on a Series S. I can forgive that being 30 FPS, on some lower to mid-tier rigs. But I cannot forgive a game that looks like Redfall and can't even run 60 FPS on a fucking console with the console that the developer's publisher made. Also, the fact that we know there was a PS5 version in the works and then was canned. But mind you, they obviously could. This could have been, you know, like, oh, they just decided to pull it because it was PlayStation. Because guess what happened? Ghostwire Tokyo and freaking Deathloop came out on PlayStation as exclusives. So why did Redfall have to come to Xbox consoles only and PC, but Deathloop and Ghostwire Tokyo did come to PlayStation? So would say it was probably, you know, closer to finishing. Okay, maybe that's the case, but man, I feel like the more I pay attention to Microsoft, the more I get depressed. Like, man, let's not even mention like fucking Halo. The state Halo's in. You know, I remember a while back I made a video, or I think I was having a conversation with someone. I can't remember exactly. But I said, if the Activision Blizzard deal goes through, it would be the death of Halo. Because Call of Duty would be their biggest IP going forward. And they would basically look at Halo like, hey, you're done. But Halo's done regardless. You know, like during the PS3 generation, everyone wanted the Halo killer? Halo killed itself. Hey, I have not heard a single thing about Halo Infinite's multiplayer. And I've been looking into it. So it's like, no one has anything to say about it. Oh yeah, they did that update. Cool. It's like, that's it. Just, Microsoft is not in sorry, again, I'm not, I need to stop saying Microsoft. Xbox is not in a good place right now. This is bad. This is bad on so many levels. Like, there is a fundamental problem at Xbox. Like, there's a fundamental problem. I don't know if it's Matt Booty. I don't know. I don't even think actually Matt Booty works for Microsoft anymore. Is it Phil Spencer? I don't know. But it's just, every time I look at the Xbox, I literally have an Xbox logo on my computer right now. I'm staring at it right below my Steam fucking logo to start it all up. And I'm just like, man, this whole brand is depressing as hell. Listen, man, and I know I'm a PlayStation guy. I'm 100% self-aware that this looks, you know, like, oh, I am being a, you know, Sony shill. 100%, you know, I can understand that. If you're looking at, you hear me and say, oh, he's just being a PlayStation fanboy, he's being over dramatic. Let me ask you a sincere question. When was the last time you were happy with Xbox for more than a month? Hi-Fi Rush? Okay, you know what? I'll give you that. That was a good game. But that was also a low-budget game that was being charged for $70. That's another thing too. Oh my god, I just thought about that. Redfall is $70 fucking dollars. $70. And the game can't even run at 60 FPS. And they want you to pay $70 on console. Fuck that. Sincerely, Microsoft, kindly go fuck yourself for that price. I don't know what the future holds for Xbox right now, but if I am judging, you know, Microsoft right now, if I was like, you know, sorry, stop saying Microsoft. If I'm looking at Xbox right now, if I was, you know, in the market to buy a brand new console, am I going to buy an Xbox or am I going to buy a PlayStation? You know what? I'm going to buy a PlayStation because they got more interesting games. They got better looking games. They got games that run at better performance. And most important, they have a good service that, well, it's not perfect, you know, like PlayStation Plus. You know, it's definitely better than Game Pass. And I'm going to say this right now. And that sounds like a hot take here, but think about it this way. What can Microsoft really offer right now? You know, compared to PlayStation Plus. PlayStation Plus, you know, they could put in, like, you know, freaking games like Resistance, the Killzone games. You know, some of these, you know, even like some obscure games that you probably never even heard of, like Mod Nation Racing. And people would be happy at that. People would be happy at that. What can Xbox add right now at this point with Game Pass that really would make people subscribe to Game Pass? Some indie darling games, don't get me wrong, those are fine. But are you really going to subscribe to a service for $15 a month? Or, God, over $100 for a whole year to play some indie games? Just saying, man. This Xbox is not in a good place, and it makes me sad because at one point I was an Xbox fan. I was an Xbox fanboy. God, way back in the day, I even did a video talking about how I thought Halo 4 was better than Black Ops 2. Man, young TPG was stupid back then. Now I think about it, but this is just depressing. I'm gonna go play some Dead Island 2, which seems like it's actually a better game than Redfall, because at least that fucking game could play at 60 FPS. At least that fucking game actually has somewhat of a interesting premise instead of being this over generic, fucking, co-op shooter that I swear to fucking God, Microsoft's basically backed their entire Xbox brand behind at this point. Because, well, what else have they made it recently? It's just, sorry for the ranting and rambling, but I had to get it out. Just, this is depressing. And, yeah, until next time, guys, this is That PlayStation Gamer signing out. Hoping you all have a good day. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and all that YouTube algorithm BS. Bye.